It's not food. It's just little friends.
Hey everyone, so today we are at Epcot and I'm finally back with my next episode. Sorry it took so long, work was crazy and I had a vacation, but we're back at Epcot. Gonna do Future World today and maybe a little bit of World Showcase, but we'll see what we get into. First stop is Mission Space.
Train for the greatest adventure in the history of mankind, the exploration of deep space. I know you're probably feeling a little bit nervous right now, but don't worry. Every astronaut has felt that way at one time or another, even the heroes who went to the moon. But there is one thing that they have that you don't have: training. Right now, at NASA and ISTC facilities around the world, future astronauts are learning how to live and work in space. But you're here today for flight training, the most thrilling experience that any astronaut candidate will ever have. Before you decide if it's right for you, let me introduce you to your spacecraft. The X-2 Deep Space Shuttle. It's powered by solid hydrogen and can accelerate from 0 to 6,000 in 60 seconds. So when you hear the words "go for launch," you'll definitely want to hang out. Now, you've already been organized into teams, and soon each of you will be assigned a position: navigator, pilot, commander, or engineer. And the success of your mission will depend on all of you working together as a team. I'll be your captain, and in a few minutes I'll give all of you specific assignments. But first, our flight director has some safety instructions for you. Lieutenant?
Remember the team number you're standing on. When the doors in front of you open, you will be directed to a flight station with that number on it. When you get there, please stand on the circles.
During your Orange Team More Intense Training mission, you will be enclosed inside X-2 flight trainers that produce deep space flying conditions such as turbulence and G-forces. Those who are prone to motion sickness or made uncomfortable by enclosed dark spaces, simulators, or spinning should bypass this experience.
As you can see, astronaut flight training isn't like anything you've ever experienced before. It is intense. And if you would like to opt out, you can sign up for mission control training in the advanced training lab. Just ask any member of the ISTC crew for directions. As for the rest of you, report for your pre-flight briefing. Congratulations, team. You've been selected to train for an elite mission, the first mission to Mars. Robotic teams have already established your landing site here at the North Polar Cap. Your mission is to get to that site. Your flight path to Mars will take you around the moon for a lunar gravity assist. But even with that slingshot assist, your trip will take 3 months, so we'll have to put you into hypersleep. Hypersleep activated. Don't worry, it'll only seem like a second or two to you. I'll give you a wake-up call when you get to Mars.
T-minus 3 minutes and counting.
Okay, now listen up. Here are your assignments. Navigator, you'll fire the thrusters for lunar orbit insertion and for descent to the surface of Mars. Pilot, on my signal, I'll need you to trigger the second stage rocket and also deploy the shields. Commander, you'll be responsible for first stage separation and activating manual control for landing. Engineer, when it's bedtime, you'll activate hypersleep. You'll also extend the wings for landing. Don't worry. When it's time to push the buttons, they'll light up, and I'll give you the go. One last thing. In the event of an emergency landing, there are control sticks at every crew position. Okay, Lieutenant. Any final instructions for the new kids?
When the flight bay doors open, follow the markings on the floor to your capsule. Then move all the way across, taking your crew positions in the cockpit, and stow all personal items in the compartment in front of you. Then reach up and pull down your restraint. Now listen carefully. Leaning forward, closing your eyes, or looking left or right during your flight could disorient you. So keep your head back against the headrest, keep your eyes open at all times, and focus straight ahead, even if you start to feel disoriented. They're all yours, Capcom.
Well, I guess that's everything. Good luck, Mars team. You are on the clock.
Energizing for power test.
If you're ever out in the ocean or on the beach, it's not for seafood or stay very rich in an animal. Never try their coach, never try to feed them. This affects their natural behavior.
They eat fish and squid. He's the one who eats the lettuce.
Okay.
If you have a salad, little shark. If you have a salad here at the Walt Disney World Resort, you're eating the same type of lettuce we serve our animals. Now these guys are here because they can't be released into the wild. To date, we've rehabilitated and released 336 sea turtles. We find them eating plastic bags and fishing like in balloons in the ocean. So you help every time you throw your trash in the trash can and recycle. They also breathe air, so if they were to get tangled up in that trash, they could also drown. So, this is D&D. He's a loggerhead sea turtle. He's about 37 years old, and this is McBride, our green sea turtle. They don't have names because they're pets. It's just easier to keep track of them and records.
What is the lifespan?
Old, in their 80s at least. 60 to 80 they say, but in the Caribbean you're going to live a lot longer.
You're not going to get it.
This is specifically for our mobile array. Should see it approach momentarily. Now, if you see this right, a lot of people think it is actually a manta ray. It is the same family as the manta ray, but it's actually just a smaller species.
And it's time for my favorite ride, along with Jane and Jesse at our Twin Life. Their favorite ride as well here at Epcot, Journey into Imagination with Figment. We'll tag them in the description box below so you can go follow them. They're getting ready to come on a Disney trip as well here in the near future, so go over and follow them. Favorite blue tunnel.
Welcome to our living laboratories, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world. But fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. Up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests, like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area.
Friends, not food. Delicious little treats. Okay, little dudes, get ready to rock! That's what I'm afraid of!
Bye. Bye-bye. See you. So long. Bye.